And here we go, folks. We are in Ultra Premier Classic. It's a Heracross to start things off. A great lead for us. They go ahead and switch to Muck. We're going to go ahead and throw that Blast Burn. Here it comes, and they opt to not shield, which is great news for us. Here comes Swampert. Originally, I was going to try to just kill it with our fast, but it didn't really work out because, as you'll see in a second, an opponent will get one fast move off, and then, it just doesn't work out. I should have thrown this Earthquake here, to be honest, but hey, it happens. Either way, there's that. And then we bring in Charizard. We're going to go ahead, keep using that fast move. They're going to go ahead and throw a charge move here, a Rock Blast. Caught me off guard. I forgot that Heracross can know that, but hey, we end up getting a Dragon Claw off, and it's all we needed in order to win because it is now a mirror match, both with 2 shields, but they do have a little bit of damage taken away, and that little bit of damage is going to go a long way. They use their shield here. We're going to go ahead, not shield, try to bait us. We're not biting, and they call it quits. Game over. Time for the next one, and here we have a mirror match, and it is Charizard versus Charizard. Look at us go in 2 times speed. We're going to go ahead. We're not going to bite here. Dragon Claw, as per usual. People love to try to bait at the start. I really don't like baiting. Throw that Blast Burn. Well, baiting at the start, rather. They go ahead. They catch my Dragon Claw, but it's totally fine because here comes Swampert. We're going to go ahead and throw that Hydro Cannon. Here it comes. Snorlax, no problem. Snorlax, even though it is Shadow, it is still very, very tanky. They get a Body Slam off. We're throwing one more Hydro Cannon. Here it comes. They go ahead. They let it hit. They're conserving their shields, and they're waiting down the clock just a bit. Here comes Venusaur. Throw that Hydro Cannon right before we say goodbye to Swampert. There it is. Goodbye, Swampert. And now, have to think for a second. Here comes Charizard. I know that this is just going to be a Frenzy Plant. There it is. They throw in Charizard of their own. I say, and I bring in Walrein to take that Dragon Claw. So we're just going to farm Charizard down at this point. There is no reason to use our charge moves. Save that energy for Venusaur. Here it comes. Icicle Spear number 1, and then we're going to go ahead and get the second one off. Icicle Spear number 2. There it is. They shield. Here comes Charizard. At this point, it is over. There's not much they can do. They are down to 0 shields. We still have both of ours. Here comes the Blast Burn, and it is game over. Here we go. Now, Ultra League has been so great to me. At the start, we made some changes, but hey, here comes Swampert. We didn't like that lead. They go ahead. They bring in Gyarados. This is good news for us. This evens out the playing field just a bit. Icicle Seer coming their way, and they're going to go ahead, return with a Crunch. Not going to shield here. Luckily, it doesn't break our break our defense. Here comes this Icicle Spirit. They go ahead, and they actually let us kill him, which was surprising. So, hey, we'll take it. Absolutely take that. Here comes Swampert. Going to throw another Icicle Spear their way. There we go. Here it comes. They're going to go ahead. They're going to throw, their charge move here. Not going to shield. We have a little bit of energy left, which is great news. One more Icicle Spear coming their way. And then we say goodbye to Walrein. So at this point, I'm like, what do I want to do? Here comes Swampert. They switch to Charizard. It is game over. Here we go. We have a Walrein, and Walrein is a super common lead that I'm seeing. I think a lot of people were or are using Dragon, but with the Walreins, we might actually see some fighters up in front, especially that one little duck, Sirfetch'd. There it goes. It's going to go ahead. It double charged it. We're going to say, you know what? It's cool. Hit me with another one. We are going to go ahead, throw this Dragon Claw, get rid of it, and they go ahead and choose not to shield. And we go ahead and take care of them. We retain the lead, or the lead is ours, rather. Here comes Swampert. We're going to go ahead. They're switching to Dragonite. We're going to go ahead, switch to Machamp. Here it comes. Going to shield this one right here. Dragon Claw, shielded. Going to throw this Cross Chop. They're going to go ahead and shield. There it is. We're going to go ahead and get one more Cross Chop off. There we go. They say, you know what? We're not going to shield. But hey, it was to their detriment because here comes a Hydro Cannon. There's one. And then We're going to go ahead and we know what this is going to be. Dragon Claw. Another Dragon Claw for me. Shield this one. We're going to go ahead and just kill him with our fast. And then here comes regular old Muck, and guess what? It is Earthquake time. Good night, and that is it. Game over. So for the next matchup, it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm noticing that it's clearly not as popular as Open Great League, but hey, it's whatever. Now, I believe at this point we switch out Walrein for Machamp, or yeah, we go ahead, we do that. It's just overall my win rate's better, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of flyers except for at the start, and usually it's like a Dragonite, but hey, totally fine. So we lose this one. This one was a toughie. Also, the first, last, and only Nidoqueen that I've seen this entire time. So, kind of a little rare. Here comes Trevenant. We're going to go ahead. Not much we can do here. We just got, sometimes you get hardwalled. It happens. And I am new, like I said before, to this whole league. So, I'm still working out the kinks, but I'm doing much better. My ELO is actually all in all up, which is great news because I went at the very start 1-4, which was really, really annoying. But then I went ahead and I started to even out a little bit, and then day 2, I shot up. So we're doing much better. Here comes Nidoqueen. Again, not much I can do, but hey, it absolutely happens. They're going to go ahead. They're going to throw their Poison Fang, and then I believe that is when I say, good night, I am done. Well, after this charge move. There it goes, and I say, you know what, it's over. On to the next one. Good effort indeed. Here we go. All right. Our Charizard versus a Walrein. As I said before, Walrein, very common lead. We go ahead, we charge up that Blast Burn. They're going to go ahead and throw an Icicle Spear. No problem. We get the Blast Burn off. And there it is. They don't shield. We're bringing in Machamp. They're bringing in Charizard. We're going to go ahead. We are absolutely, positively going to let that Dragon Claw hit us. Here comes the Rock Slide. There it is. They choose to shield, wisely so. And we don't get that even a chance to bait. Here comes Swampert, though. No problem. Go ahead. Let this one hit us. It's not going to do anything. Blast Burn. Going to charge up that Hydro Cannon to 1.5. And here it comes against that Charizard. Boom. Charizard is down. And now they go ahead. They bring in Venusaur. We are bringing in Charizard. And then we're going to go ahead and use this Blast Burn against Walrein. They go ahead. They don't shield. At this point, just Dragon Claw like crazy. There's one. And remember, we have 2 shields, folks. So we can just kill it with our fast now. It took me a minute to realize that when I was playing. But hey, everybody makes mistakes. No problem. There it is. And then just boop. And they are done. Game over. On to the next one. And here it is. It takes me a little bit to select it. I was running all these 5 battles kind of in a row, I believe, so that's why there's a little bit of lag in between. We have Party Hat Charizard. They switched to Swampert. We are bringing in our Shadow Machamp. Here comes that cross chop. And there it is. They choose to shield. Very smart. We go ahead. We decide not to shield, and so we're going to go ahead, keep plugging away. Going to shield this one, though, because we want to get one last cross chop, which, of course, is either going to force them to use their last shield or die. They opt to use their last shield. Here comes a Swampert of our own. Go ahead and let it hit us. There's that Hydro Cannon. We're going to go ahead, throw this Hydro Cannon of our own, which will take care of their Swampert. They are down to 0 shields. Here comes Electivire. Going to throw this Hydro Cannon. In hindsight, I should have thrown that Earthquake. But hey, again, this was growing pains here. Going to go ahead and shield this one, of course. Don't want this Ice Punch to hit us. Throw this very last Hydro Cannon. There it is. And then here we go. We'll get one more Hydro Cannon off, and then we're going to quick switch to Charizard. But before we do that, they give up. It is game over. Charizard versus Venusaur. You can't get much of a better lead than this. They go ahead. They switch to a Charizard of their own. We are bringing in our Swampert, going to do as much fast move damage as possible before we throw. There's the Blast Burn. Go ahead. We charged up to almost 2 times. Going to throw this Hydro Cannon. In hindsight, I should have just farmed him down with my fast, but hey, still learning the ropes here. There we go, get the second one off, and of course, expecting a Venusaur, and we are not let down. We're gonna go ahead and get one last Hydro Cannon off before we say goodbye to Swampert. And there it is. Charizard's coming back out. They're gonna throw a Sludge Bomb our way. Does a good hefty chunk of damage, but hey, it is what it is. They switch to Ampharos or Ampharos. I can never pronounce it right. If you guys want to tell me the correct pronunciation, please let me know in the comments because I can never get this right. There's a cross chop. I'm going to go ahead, keep on punching away like our life depends on it because it does. We do not want that Charizard to go up against that Ampharos? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. We'll just call him Big A. So here comes Charizard. Shield this one. There's the brutal swing. We're going to go ahead. We're going to throw this Dragon Claw because we know there is nothing that Venusaur can do. We're going to get this Blast Burn out before it can do anything else, and it is game over. Charizard versus Walrein, a very common matchup. Really common to see Walrein, as I mentioned before. Go ahead and charge up that Blast Burn. They're going to hit us with an Icicle Spear. Totally cool, accept the damage, and then throw a Blast Burn after we charge it about 1.5 times. Now, I don't want another Icicle Spear to hit me, and I don't want a shield, so I say, hey, Machamp, will you take it? And he said, absolutely sure. There's that Icicle Spear. They quick switch to Trevenant. No problem. We're going to throw this Rock Slide. There it is. We're going to charge, and then here comes a Cross Chop right before we say goodbye to Shadow Machamp. There it is. It still does a good and hefty amount of damage. We know they're going to try to bait us out here. We know they have enough for a Shadow Ball and a Seed Bomb. Expecting that Seed Bomb. Here comes the Shadow Ball. So we're going to go ahead and shield this one. There it is. They have 2 shields, but hey, Big A. Here comes that Blast Burn. We're going to go ahead and switch to Swampert. Very little they can do right now. They're going to hit us with a brutal swing here. No problem. Going to charge it up. Throw that Hydro Cannon. There it is. And then they actually decide not to use their shield. No problem. Here comes Walrein. Going to throw this Hydro Cannon. They are going to shield here, of course. Charge it back up. Going to throw one more Hydro Cannon. We get it off before they get theirs off. That is huge, folks. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Hydro Cannon, but it is over. They quit. All right, now we have a battle against Sirfetch'd. Charizard's out for them. We go ahead, we bring out Swampert. Great news for us. Just throw that Hydro Cannon. They decide not to shield here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to shield this one, like my previous strategy, just to save that charged energy. Kill it with our fast. No problem. Here comes a Dragon Claw. There it is. We take the damage, and then here comes another Dragon Claw. Again, no worries. Just take the damage. And then we're going to go ahead. They're bringing back out the bird. We are throwing 2 Hydro Cannons back to back. They opt not to shield. They say, hey, no problem. They have a Walrein in the back, but guess what? Guess who we have waiting? I'll give you a hint. It's got 4 fists and likes to punch. There it is. Game over. To start things off, it is our Charizard versus a shiny Dragonite. Very cool. We charge up Dragon Claw, but they go ahead and they catch our charged move. No problem. We'll return the favor just a bit later. Here's that Dragon Claw, and then here comes Machamp. Now, you're tempted to use that charge move, but nuh-uh, don't. Go ahead, shield this attack, eat that shield, and save that energy because Dragonite is coming back. Here comes that Cross Chop. They go ahead, they shield here. Don't want to take that damage. We catch them. Go ahead, use this last shield here because we want to either take them down to 0 shields or kill them outright. Great news either way. They decide to not shield, which was actually what I was not expecting. We go ahead, we bring in Charizard, but then we say, I know what you're going to do. So we quick switch to Swampert to take that Rock Slide. Very nice. We return the favor from earlier. Here comes Hydro Cannon. They're going to go ahead, they're going to shield here. There's 1 shield, and now they are down to 0 shields. At this point, I'm pretty sure when I'm in the game that they can't really kill me there. And yeah, I was absolutely thrilled. That was a great, great battle. But in the end, we were able to pull it off.